On February the 12th, 1733, General John James Oglethorpe and settlers from the ship Anne landed at Yamacore Bluff and were greeted by Tomochichi, chief of the Yamacores, and Indian traders John and Mary Musgrove. The city of Savannah was founded on that date, along with the colony of Grorgia. The British did not leave the city until July 1782. Some say they haven't left completely. The parkland layout of the city is a legacy of the link to London and the London squares resulting after the Great Fire in 1666. Georgian-style homes that had been destroyed in London during the Victorian period were preserved in Savannah. In 1728, 3 years before conceiving the Georgia colony, Oglethorpe chaired a parliamentary committee on prison reform. The committee documented horrendous abuses in 3 debtors' prisons in London. Following the committee's actions, many debtors were released from prison with no means of support. Oglethorpe intended such people to form the colony in Georgia. The ship, led by Oglethorpe, departed for the New World in November. Oglethorpe formulated a contractual, multi-tiered plan for the settlement of Georgia. The plan envisioned a system of agrarian equality designed to support and perpetuate an economy based on family farming and prevent social disintegration associated with unregulated urbanization. The colonial charter of Savannah prohibited Roman Catholics from settling in the city. The English trustees feared that Catholics would be more loyal to the Spanish authorities in Florida than to the English government in Georgia. However, this prohibition faded shortly after the American Revolution. The church's congregation was reorganized about 1796. Inside the church there's some beautiful architectural pieces. French Catholic emigres established the first church in 1799 when they arrived from Haiti after slave rebellions began on that Caribbean island in 1791. Construction began on the new Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in 1873 and was completed with the addition of the spires in 1896. The structure was nearly destroyed by fire in 1898, but through diligent effort was rebuilt by 1899. Savannah was named for the Savannah River. It probably derives from a variant name for the Shawnee, a Native American people who migrated to the river in the 1680s. The city is the primary port on the Savannah River and the largest port in the state of Georgia. It's also located near the Intercoastal Waterway. Georgia's Ogeechee River flows towards the Atlantic Ocean some 16 miles south of downtown Savannah. Savannah was prone to flooding. 5 canals and several pumping stations are being built to help reduce the effects. The colonial era houses are all built with elevated living rooms to make them immune from flooding. The climate is classified as humid subtropical. In the deep south, this climate is characterized by long and almost tropical summers, with temperatures reaching freezing on only 24 days in the winter and with rare snowfall. This helps to give rise to the continental tree-lined style boulevards. Today, the Port of Savannah, manufacturing, the military and tourism industry are Savannah's 4 major economic drivers. In 2006, the Tourist Bureau reported 6.85 million visitors to the city. By 2011, the number of visitors had increased to 12.1 million. Lodging, dining, entertainment and visitor-related transportation account for over $2 billion in visitors spending per year and employ over 17,000 people. Agriculture was essential to Savannah's economy during its first 2 centuries. Silk and indigo production, both in demand in England, were extremely early export commodities. By 1767, almost a ton of silk per year was exported to England through the riverfront warehouses. With Oglethorpe, on that ship were cotton seeds, provided by the Chelsea Medicinal Garden in London. The cotton seeds given to Oglethorpe and his colony produced the success in growing cotton and were instrumental in establishing the cotton industry in the south. Georgia's mild climate offered perfect conditions for growing cotton, which became the dominant commodity after the American Revolution. Its production under the plantation system and shipment through the Port of Savannah helped the city's European immigrants to achieve wealth and prosperity. The warehouses are still there on the historic waterfront and form the main tourist area on the river. The plan for the colony was originally anti-slavery, emphasizing small family-owned farms, but economic pressures eventually led to the lifting of the ban on slavery. Slavery was indispensable to the rise of large cotton-growing plantations through the deep south. The steps of the new slaves would have first seen are still there and used today. A monument to Afro-American families has been erected in the River Street area. The modelling is somewhat incongruous. Savannah has numerous historic houses of worship. Founded in 1733 with the establishment of the Georgia colony, Christ Church Episcopal is the largest continuous Christian congregation in Georgia. Early rectors include the Methodist evangelists John Wesley and George Whitefield. Located on the original site on Johnson Square, Christ Church continues as an active congregation. Wesley arrived in the colony in February 1736. He approached the Georgian mission, seeing it as an opportunity to revive primitive Christianity in a primitive environment. Although his primary goal was to evangelize the Native Americans, a shortage of clergy in the colony largely limited his ministry to European settlers in Savannah. Savannah's City Hall is a mix of architectural styles and boasts a 23-carat gold leaf dome. Well, night falls and it's time to leave Savannah after a lovely full day.